And then we just dip some more water, and then we put it on. So that, and it isn't just slow chords. You can do.
Every part of this instrument is extremely delicate. You nudge the instrument, glass shatters.
Yeah.
You press it too hard, it doesn't play. You press it too soft, it doesn't play. You press it the wrong speed, it doesn't play. You press it too hard, it shatters and
that's
cuts your finger.
everything you're doing.
Dennis James, specialist in instruments made out of glass.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is this thing called?
This is a recreation of Benjamin Franklin's Armonica. It's the Franklin design. There are a few concessions to 18th century verses. I did this in 1991. When I try to leave Europe, they say that I'm stealing it from the European patrimony, that it's an antique instrument. I said, antique? It's got an electricity? And I build it.
It seems like this is an extremely fragile instrument.
And the thing about glass that you learn, breaks. This is the speed control. So I have an electric motor. I have a sewing machine motor. It's the first major accommodation in the 18th century. They did it like a lathe or a sewing machine, but mechanical. You did it with your foot.
So you didn't have a motor.
So yeah, that's the first accommodation. You're seeing it right up front, is that I put an electric motor. It's kind of nice, invented by Ben Franklin, and he was so associated with electricity. This is the connector, yeah. It's like a gas pedal. This is vertical.
Yeah.
This is turns. It's a potentiometer. So we got this little guy that I'm hooking up to, and they pull, and it just turns the switch. Okay, that's in. So the deal about the motor, the amount of weight of all that glass to get that to turn quickly takes a huge amount of torque. And then this belt drive, clip that in there.
This is a sewing machine motor?
Well, we call it that. It's the type of sewing machine motor, but this is a much stronger one.
First question I had when I saw a photo of it was, has anyone ever dropped it?
I've dropped it. It slipped out of control, and it slammed down onto the stage.
Did all of it shatter?
Well, we heard the big crash, which means call the glass factory, Federal Express, 4 days, replacement bowls, put them on. When I open it and it's not broken, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Do this. Nope. Nope.
You sure? I just want to be
I
here
know,
just in
I
case.
know. This keeps the motor in place. When you get that torque, the motor just wants to climb right up the belt. And so we ended up making a bracket.
Just knowing the amount of glass that's in here, there's just such an unsettling feeling. Like if this falls down, it's like going to be a chandelier hitting the ground.
We pull the pins. And Christmas! Shot glass, white wine, red wine, cereal bowl, cake cover. This is a shaving mug. This is a little purse atomizer that I keep full of alcohol. A single drop of perspiration hits a bowl. I have to get that off of there because it spreads. So that's always there. This is the top half of a butter dish. So I took it to a gold plater. Now we get into the preparation for playing. Right there. So this is a note rod. This is invented by a guy, as I remember, it was 1785, came up with the idea. Franklin painted the rims on the insides of the bowls white for each of what would be the accidentals.
Get your fret markers in there.
So there we go.
So you need to get surgically clean.
Yeah, I completely scrape every surface until it starts to grab. You can feel the grab.
Because if there's any oil or sweat on your fingers, it just won't work.
Dead. And then one of the things is the habit is you never touch your face, your ear,
That's
your
going to be
nose.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You don't have to dry.
You don't want to be dry.
Don't want to be dry. And I use distilled water.
Does it have to be distilled water?
Yep. Everything else leaves deposits on the glass. Alcohol. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this babe. I clean it every time I play it. If it plays, it's clean. There it is. I had to slow it down to that speed. Now if I kick up the speed, it stops playing. It only plays,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it needs to be at a certain speed too.
Every note has its own speed. Now I'm going to give you the puzzle. You're adjusting the speed for every note on the instrument to play it. Then you see it in the music where they have you playing both sides.
And what do you do?
Yeah, think about it.
You move your
I've
hand?
had 14, oh my God.
You move your hand, don't you?
You're number 15 in 40 years.
But then you can't sustain for very long, right?
It's just to get it to start. The most important thing is starting a note.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
The sound is coming out of the cracks.
Yeah.
The bulk of the sound is here. The vibrations are either this side or they're being thrust out of the little gap. The cone of sound is this way.
Whoa. That's powerful in the room. The dissonance is amazing.
Can you imagine in concert halls? People go bananas.
I already love it.
We alcohol our hands, all the touch surfaces. You
Okay.
just rub them down. It does two things. It cleans them finely, and it stops the sebaceous glands.
Just
When
stops
I-
your hand from sweating.
Totally.
Sweat.
Kills the ability of its production for about 10 minutes. Now you wet it. Ben Franklin talked about it. You don't go this way because the water goes down inside, so you come up and you just keep it spinning while you're doing it. Okay, that came in late. That means I need a little more water on that one, and I got to adjust my speed of touch. There it is. Now I'm playing both ends. You can barely see with the little grab. The quickest way to play a glass is on the actual knuckle. That skin is got a great surface, and you just press and it just grabs.
The foundation of this instrument is just like when you put some water on your finger, you play a wine glass.
Right. That's it.
A line of tuned wine glasses and a motor that spins
And
it.
you can't get to the rim because it's on its side. So you have to play on the side. Whole new touch experience. Then the game is to learn how to reliably make that note to play. Now, to make it loud, think about what a violin player does when they're bowing, because we're bowing the glass. This is the surface of the strings of the bow. The water is the rosin, the stick-slip principle of physics, where it grabs, lets go, grabs, lets go. In the proper relationship of mass and all the rest, it pops into speech. So the game is, once it's playing, how can I make it louder? Well, the first thing you think of is, well, you just press harder, and it stops. If I'm going to increase the speed, which would give you more energy, stops, just slips. You can feel it, just slips under your fingers. And then it comes back into when it drops the steam. The trick is both pressure and speed. And then back off. And then when you're back to the point of the motor, then you lift touch.
And that speed and pressure is different for every bowl.
It's the start is the kicker.
The start is different for
Because then I'm instantly able to adjust with the pressures. Because once it's playing, I can, without touching, get a certain amount of volume change. With the accessory, I can really, and then you see how I do a sforzando.
Sounds beautiful.
If this piece didn't exist, I wouldn't be sitting here. It's written just for solo glass harmonica by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He wrote it in 1791. So that last is one of the
Beautiful.
tricks of the trade. They talked about it. No matter what the piece was, they always ended in silence. Because it's the only instrument up until that point that could do that. Die away to absolutely nothing.
And fade
And
out.
see if you can tell when I stop. I'm off now, you see. I mean,
But
it's
there's
such
still-
a sensitive instrument.
Uh-huh.
They can be very light. Really typical of the writing for it.
Something that's so unique about this is just how delicate
Yeah.
everything is. Every
You're
part
seeing.
of this instrument is
You're seeing.
extremely delicate.
I did one performance dealing with modern instruments with metal strings instead of gut, you know, and all these instruments that are not the way they were. So everything's gotten louder, you know, and this thing's 18th century, you know.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Mozart piece and I'm rippling along doing it, and I'm knowing that they're not hearing very much. And I just went, all right, I'm gonna crank that volume and I'm gonna kick that thing up and I'm just gonna see how loud I can get. And guess what? I broke the glass.
Oh, that was my
broke
next
the glass.
question. It's like,
Sliced my finger right up, still have the scar. Immediately blood just went choo, and it spread, you know. And I was playing, well, blood still works until it starts to dry. Until it starts to dry.
you just
And
can't
the
play
minute
that
it just
A.
stops and you stick to it. It becomes like glue, you know. But I did learn. And I'm glad it happened because I learned how hard I can press. So now you're gonna do it.
Okay.
So now
So definitely don't
Just
play it
soak.
too hard. You want your fingers
Just
to be
soak.
like pruny bath.
that's the ideal, and that's about 8 minutes. Oh,
otherwise
while we're
it
at
won't play.
put your foot on the. Yeah, that's good. Now
This
just
the
practice
volume.
just little bits of speed change. You set your speed for the lowest note you're going to be playing. And then you're adjusting your speed to go up as you go up higher. So now what you do is just take your middle finger, just your middle finger of your left hand, just make it so you're arching as much as you can. And then, there it is. There, you got it already. So now do that on
Yeah, and
another note.
it-
Oh my, he's a natural. That's great. Now try the side of the thumb while you're holding that one. Ah, look at that. Now mess with your speed. Just not pressure, just mess with the speed, and you'll feel it when it just quits because of the speed, slips.
Yeah.
Now come back off without changing
and I
anything,
can-
just come back and you'll feel it kick in again.
Wow.
Now get off completely, now lighten up.
Oh, so yeah,
Lighten
like you
up
said, the pressure and the speed need to.
Is everything. Now as you increase the speed, press a little harder, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
A little more speed. a
Oh,
little
you're
more.
really pressing.
Yeah.
Oh, after your story, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
There's a bunch of spinning glass. And I can feel already that I need more water.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't
Yeah.
playing for that long, and already my thumb, it's like I clearly need
Yeah,
more water
that's
on it.
it.
So if
look
I'm
through,
going
you can
higher, I
see.
need to bring the
Speed up like crazy. And then you also have to get closer to the rim. Yeah, you're very good. Get more water. You need more water at the top.
Yeah, because
No,
I'm not
really
getting
more
anything.
water. There you are.
Oh, this is so difficult. There needs to be a different pressure for each one.
Very nice. Oh, take that. Lift up and come right back down again. See if they'll play. See, that was a little late. So
Yeah.
that means you have to come in a little earlier. And you have to pull on this one just a touch when you come down.
The one on the
To
right.
get them.
Yeah,
Feel it?
I see it.
There's a bite. There's a bite.
Yeah. It's kind of like a flange because you got to do it before you want the note. Really.
Just before.
Yeah.
Just before. Now he's a sensitive guy. He knows his stuff.
I can feel it. You need you got to like grab the bowl in to get the
that's
note.
it.
It kind of feels like on a guitar, very particular vibrato.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on this, you need that very particular vibrato for every one, or it just doesn't play.
right. Get to the rim. Closer to the
Closer to
rim.
the rim?
Yeah, a little bit, and then arch back. Arch.
Oh
Ah!
yeah. Yep.
So, very nice. So, you're at the stage now where you just have to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you can do it.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really
All
delicate.
new use of your fingers.
I'm gonna try to just get one clean C.
You're already 6 months into it. Yeah, yeah, very nice.
I'm gonna see if I can just get some chords.
Sure. Nice. Nice.
kind of feels like it's falling, but you have to fall like this. I'm kind of imagining as if there's like a pivot point right here, and then I need to like do that. Ooh, I like it ending on that one note. Oh, that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because I've done that with a wine glass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And how tough that is.
Yeah.
So if you've ever tried to do that on a wine glass, imagine, well, a bunch of them in front of you spinning.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This
so
is
the next
so
time you get
tricky.
$107,000, you can get one of these. That's organ touch. The beginning treatises have you play hymns.
I can feel my pinky needs some more water. Can you help me out here?
Oh, the pinky. Oh.
Yeah.
You're slipping away and using
really
just one finger.
Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is hard.
yeah. This is really, really hard.
It's like learning a new language.
But if you say the wrong word, it cuts and slices your finger open.
Yeah, really.
This is just me now?
Yeah.
The teacher has given up on me. I'm starting to get the touch. Starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs. Okay. Man, because as soon as you get ready for this to work, this stops working. Vice versa. How hard you press only matters initially. And then after that, your pressure on the bowls needs to be the same as the speed. Over here, it needs to be so delicate and so slow at the initial. Yeah, that's when I know I got a note, is when it's pulling my skin along. This is my least favorite note from now on. Yeah, this is an F. F this note. It's really hard.
I mean, it looks impossible, so.
Yeah, it kind of feels impossible, but clearly it's not. Ooh. Hey, you. Because this is right, this isn't.
Right. Right.
That is a little hard to listen to.
Oh yeah, you don't like it? You don't like it, Jake?
No, it's really hard to listen to.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing that's delicate about the instrument. You don't do it right and it's nails on a chalkboard. Beautiful. Nails on a chalkboard. Nothing. Why did you choose these instruments in particular? This and theremin, just the most difficult instruments.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
Don't want to go too far.
I want you to get more louder than that.
Because it will cut me.
Well, yeah, $600 a note down in there.
Oh, you're worried about the balls.
Yeah.
My tendons are.
Yeah. Franklin produced, apparently the number was 8, and I've tracked down 7 of them, and I have a sniff on the 8th one. It was sold in 1939 at auction in Denver, so it's out there.
So there's only.
It's out there.
During that time, there was only 8 of these made.
Franklin made 8. One factory in northern France made 5,000 of these.
Oh, okay.
They made them all the way until 1946. There were factories in Italy, in Venice, and in Murano, and they were as common and as produced as pianos became in Victorian times. So they were hugely popular. But then the problems started, and they became banned. It became illegal to play them, illegal to own them, illegal to make them, and that's all part of the mystery of the glass and the history, the famous glass disorder. And we all have our theories about that. The symptoms peg it for me, and every doctor I've spoken to. They lost their hair, they developed delirium tremens, went blind, ended up in asylums, and their minds, they lost their minds.
People thought that was because of the glass bowls.
Well, yeah, with the players, yeah, over time. And so if you talk to any doctor immediately, they go, oh, lead poisoning. Glasses which were made with high lead content. But the thing is, there's just not enough going on here for the lead to leach out into the skin. So the best theory that's coming around now is that lead was already a huge problem in the 18th century.
So that's why these were illegal, because they thought that they gave you lead.
Well, they called it the glass illness. They didn't say lead. It was just the mysterious illness. Because the main problem was it was killing people in the audience. It wasn't the players. Now, you'd start to play, you play your first notes, and somebody'd stand up, scream, and drop dead.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a real famous incident.
Wait, what? This is like documented?
Documented in, if you believe everything you read in the newspaper.
Like,
My favorite,
the glass
though,
harmonica was
get
killing
this.
audience members.
Killing audience members, yeah. You ever heard of mass hysteria?
Yeah.
That's the best explanation we have. People expected something to happen, so it did. So yes, people were keeling over. It would cause fainting men to revive. It would cause women to faint.
What are you talking about?
No, it's all documented. The
On
deal
that
is,
note, I'd love to continue playing it. Let's see what happens. I got 1A here.
okay.
I could take a sip and bring it down to B.
Yeah, we'll put whiskey in next time, yeah.
Dennis, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and see this instrument.
Sure.
I'm sure this isn't the last unusual instrument we take a look at on this channel if you would like to subscribe. Maybe another one here.
Sure.
With you.
I got hundreds.
Yeah.